Good morning to you. What's happening, fam? LAR movement still moving. The book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled NFL Draft Disrespect. This stuff happens every year, right? And for me being a football fan, it irritates me every year. They do this all the time, and these are just my thoughts about it. First thing that bothers me is disrespectful. I'm gonna start from the back and move to I'm gonna start from the last thing that's disrespectful to me. I hate the combine because sometimes the combine will nullify everything that a person has done in their college career. Because you could see a guy who's a great player on film. Oh, but he ran a slower 40 than I thought. Oh, he bench pressed. It was average. His jump was cool. He didn't wow me in the workouts. You don't play football in the workouts. You don't play football in tights and a t-shirt. Like you know, football is not the broad jump, the high jump. You know, they like standing revert, like 40-yard dash. It's not played like that. So can this person play or not? You know, and it's disrespectful because it's different. Say for a guy who might have gotten injured, it'll let you know that he's back healthy. If he has a combine or a workout that basically was similar to his workouts before he got hurt. That's one thing. You get what I'm saying? But it's usually not used for that. So you got these guys who have a good combine and a good workout before the draft, you know, a good pro day, and all of a sudden, oh, this guy is a first-round pick. Why? I mean, what does he look like on tape? He has potential. I don't give a damn about his potential. Can he play or not? Because it's always bullshit. Because on one end, you hear these guys talking about they need a plug-and-play player. Somebody that you can get straight from college and put him straight on the pro field and he could play. And on the other end, they lie with this contradiction. Oh, this guy's got the potential to be great. So he's a project. He's not plug-and-play. So these potential guys need to get drafted in the first round because you see flashes of greatness. But the guys who are consistently great, they don't need to get paid. Oh, okay. You know, it's a hypothetical type thing, and I think it's disrespectful to the players, especially the players that's good. And one of the biggest problems about that is the experts and analysts have way more busts than they do good picks. This guy is this or this or that. I'm going to get to that right now real quick. When they compare these guys to other guys, here's the problem. They usually trash the guy that they compare these newer guys to as if they're going to be a better version. And it's stupid. Because you don't know if they're going to the same team, same type system. You just saying this guy's like this guy. That doesn't mean they're successful. That doesn't mean that it's going to translate. That doesn't mean they're good. You don't take things into consideration. You know, and they're hypocrites. So that's one thing that's problematic and it's disrespectful because they messing with these guys' money and their dreams at the same time. Because a lot of times what happens is, you get guys drafted to teams and in situations that won't make them successful because you either pump people up or you push people down. So now they go there with a hyped up stigma of something they may not be able to live up to, or they go there, they get drafted by somebody and they disrespected off the rip the whole time they're there because of something you said or did. And it's their fault if it doesn't work out. I don't like that. Yeah. The other thing, the disrespect is real with the situations like Dice from LSU. You know, if you don't go in a room and somebody asks you if you gay, you like dudes, because now as a heterosexual man, you like. So let me get this right. What you consider is an interview about is me walking into a room as a 20, as a young man, you being able to just sit on another side of a table, ask me some disrespectful ass questions that in normal society would get you choked out, but because you're sitting there for a team, what you want to do is you want to say some things that should get you punched in the mouth. To say, let's see if he has a bad attitude problem. Wait, what? Wait a minute. So you want to see their reaction if they have a bad attitude problem by the way they react to you being out of line. And how they react will let you know if you're willing, if you're going to vouch for the people in the organization that pay these people if they should or not. Because ultimately, you just mad these guys going to get paid more than you. So you're coming up with every little game that you can possibly come up with to hope somebody cusses you out to say, see, they're not worth it. Or they'll hold something against them in their past and see they're not worth this. But the stuff that y'all asking, the media can't ask these type of questions when they're doing these interviews after the game because they'll get fired. So what is this really about? I just want to see if they're mentally tough. Get out of here with this bullshit, man. Is your mom a prostitute? Has your mom been a prostitute? And here's a little wrinkle in it that's a problem. They don't do that to white players. You mean white player get in trouble all the time? Are they trying to set him off? No. Black player get in trouble or does he get in trouble? Are they trying to set him off? Yeah. Now, mind you, I will say this. People who are troubled drop in the draft. But depending on how talented they are, they may stay in the round that they were picked in. But I also got to say this. That does have a color and a position complex to it too. Now I'm going to finish with this quarterback thing. Disrespectful. Lamar Jackson, you should play wide receiver. Because he's not big enough, but he bigger than Baker Mayfield. Oh, but that doesn't count. Baker Mayfield has a 70% completion ratio. Baker Mayfield also runs from the police. But that's not a big deal. You're not going to ask him, is his mom a prostitute, or is he gay, or is he a criminal, is he going to be out there dealing drugs? You're not going to do all that, right? He's a fire individual. Okay. Because he got a 70% completion ratio. What is the... Josh Rosen, troublemaker, right? What? That's not a big deal. White quarterback. But I think it's either Josh Rosen or Josh Allen. One of them, they got a great arm. They got good anticipation. Their completion percentage is 56%. Something like that. It's like, okay, so should they be wide receiver or tight end? Because their completion percentage is lower than Lamar Jackson's, and Lamar Jackson can run. I mean, a pocket passer whose completion percentage is lower than a dual threat quarterback is not a risk. Oh, stats mean nothing. Okay. His receivers dropped a lot of balls. So did Lamar Jackson's receivers. Oh, it doesn't count. Disrespect. And the reason I said it is because it is. They also put these prototypical quarterbacks in situations and these prototypical players who are non-black in these situations. They know that they're not going to pan out well for the most part. So they get them drafted. They pump them up to get them drafted high so they can get their cash in early because they know they're not going to last long. It just is what it is. They don't associate bad white quarterbacks with quarterbacks that had bad careers like they associate black quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson's kind of like RG3. No, he not. He don't get hurt like that. He didn't get hurt like that in college. But that's coded dog whistle red flag. If you get him, he gonna get hurt in 2-3 years. He's gonna be a bust. Okay. The flip side of that about the quarterback position. This is why Andrew Luck is hurt. Because you want these plug and play type of players, but you talk them up to put them in situations to get them killed. You know what I mean by that? Stop having these prototypical quarterbacks, draft them early in the first round like they're changing franchise when the franchise sucks and they don't have a running game. Because if you don't have a running game, you're going to get your quarterback killed, especially a young quarterback. Most young quarterbacks need a good running back. That's what gets people off of their ass. A safety blanket that I can just hand this ball off and I can learn as I go. You can't really go to any situation in football history and think of a great quarterback who didn't have great running back for years. You know, there are only a few anomalies to that. And if some of you pick out certain people and y'all look at football like, oh, Peyton Manning had Marshall Faulk as a rookie. Then he had Edgerrin James. Case dismissed. And you need a good defense too. Tom Brady. Really? Tom Brady had Corey Dillon, Kevin Faulk. What was the other guy? He was Smith, Antoine Smith, I think at the time. He was good at the time. And then it translated into a receiving game. Drew Brees, LT people. You know, and I'm going by quarterbacks now. The only person I can think of off the top of my head that could just do that was Dan Marino. And I think Montana early on, because Montana won a Super Bowl before Rice got there. But I think Roger Craig was there at the time. I may be wrong, but you know, it is what it is. You know, only quarterbacks that can survive like that is dual threat quarterbacks that can make things happen. Be John Elways. You know, I like Jake Plummer, Randall Cunningham. You know, you can't say somebody like Warren Moon because I'm gonna tell you why. Warren Moon had to play in the CFL, so he got his game down pat before he got to the NFL. You know what I mean? Donovan McNabb had to run. Not Warwick Dunn, I was about to say Warwick Dunn. But Mike Vick, you know, cool. He's an electric runner. But he had a good tight end and a good running game, actually, because Warwick Dunn was a running back at the time. But it's that type of thing that goes on. Like, you name a quarterback. Big Ben, Jerome Bettis was there. You know, then Willie Parker and now Le'Veon Bell. It just is what it is. When RG3 first started, guess what he had? He had Alfred Morris was running that rock. You know, you think about Dak Prescott, it's because of Ezekiel Elliott. We can go on and on. The guy from the Rams right now, Gurley had a hell of a year. Carson Wentz had 2 running backs, Blunt and Ajay, and a third guy. So, you know, y'all put these guys in these bad situations. This is why I said Andrew Luck got killed, because you can't really think of a running back that held him down. You know, but because he wasn't healthy really for Frank Gore, before Frank Gore got there. So, just my point, we out.